Hi everyone, Chase here again, doing my second vlog day. Um, so sorry if I sound a bit nasty. I'm a bit under the weather today, but I'll talk about that in tomorrow's video. So to kind of start off this vlog, let's go ahead and go through my checklist. So I did weigh myself, and today I'm checking because I don't remember. 324.9, which is really depressing. The second thing on my checklist is I did do my intermediate fast so far successfully. I didn't start eating till noon, and I have till 8 to eat, so I have about another 2.5 hours of eating. But I gained weight, so that kind of stunk. Yesterday I did my intermediate fast, sorry. Yesterday I also tried to do my Tai Chi like we talked about, but I started doing it and I realized it was like really dumb. Like, I don't know, no offense to anyone who does Tai Chi, but like for me, not oh, Grogu. Sorry, Sammy, my fiance, run this for me, and in like a claw game, she spent like $2 getting this. It was more, maybe like 10, but it was worth it. It was really cool. I like it a lot. I keep it like sitting right there on top of my little desktop. Oh, it's not really little, but I keep it on top of my desktop. But I tried Tai Chi and it didn't work out. Like, I've done it before, but I was just like feeling myself and it felt good, but it just felt really dumb. I don't know, maybe if I did it with people it would be different. But I just felt really, really dumb. So I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to do Tai Chi anymore. She says 3 things. Fourth thing is Taekwondo. I did not practice Taekwondo yesterday. It was a bit of a long night last night. I was up till like 12:30, which I'll get into here in a little bit. But I did not want to try and do Taekwondo yesterday. That was not going to happen. So let's talk about my day yesterday a little bit. So let's see. I got a good night's sleep, honestly. I slept really well, which was nice because the past couple of days I haven't slept well at all. But night before last I slept really well. Woke up around 8 o'clock and let's see. We didn't really do anything. I came downstairs, started playing World of Warcraft because that's what I've been into recently. And then after that, we made a grocery list, and me and my fiance made a grocery list, and we marked down what we wanted to eat for the week, and a whole bunch of jazz like that. Then we ended up going to the grocery store, obviously, because we made the grocery list. And we ended up buying things that weren't on our list, but it wasn't a lot. Usually that gets on my nerves because I either make a list or because if not, I would have buy just crazy amount of random things. But it didn't really get on my nerves because they were like things that we were gonna eat, we were gonna use, and also she was gonna make a cake because she's trying to find a new hobby. So her new hobby is like cake baking. And she made a really cool one in the fridge. It's like an Oreo cake. I haven't tasted it yet. I was going to taste it today, but I didn't want to do it till she gets home. Yeah, I said this video is going to be terrible. It sounds absolutely terrible because I'm just sitting here talking about my day, and my day was extremely boring yesterday. I sat around and played video games all day. I picked up the house. I guess that's cool. I tried to sweep a rug, which worked okay, but didn't work like. It worked about as well as you would expect it, right? Food-wise, it wasn't hard. Oh, yeah, my other thing was don't spend unnecessary money, which I did not do. Did not spend any unnecessary money. And then the last thing was don't drink alcohol, which I didn't drink alcohol. But back to the rug sweeping. So the rug sweeping was unnecessary, but we were trying to clean the rug because our host daughter had a friend spending the night last night, so we wanted to make sure it was clean. That was disgusting. I'm sorry you had to hear that. and our vacuum wasn't working. Like, we were using the vacuum, but when we would use the vacuum, then it would get even more dirty, and it wasn't working well. So we just ended up sweeping, because I saw her mom do it on the stairs, which her mom also lives with us, and it didn't go well. And we eventually gave up. And then we went to the store. Like I said, the store was great. And, I find myself, I talked about how I didn't spend any unnecessary money, but I got, like, some of these gift cards here. Like, I got some of these gift cards for, like, Christmas and graduation. Like $150 or something, I think it is, because I graduated college recently. And I also, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. So Christmas, right? So I was sitting there, I got a PS5 for Christmas. My fiance got me one because she's the best. And I was thinking, I kind of want another game for it, because right now I only have God of War Ragnarok, which I really need to dive into more. But, between Minecraft and World of Warcraft, those two things kind of got me sucked in right now. But I do want to play more of that, because I really like the PS5. I like how the controller feels. It feels nice to play on a console again. But I didn't. I haven't got into a lot. But I found myself. This is my second day. I guess yesterday was my second day without alcohol. And I found myself at a point. It was interesting. I found myself at a point at night. It was probably about 8 o'clock or so, where I would normally, like, crack open a beer and, like, have a beer or something. And I found myself going to the fridge to get one, and there's no alcohol in there except for some special stuff like we talked about last episode. But it was weird to me because I didn't think I would have that, but it was weird because it wasn't like I consciously thought about it. I was like, oh, it's beer o'clock. So that was an odd experience for me. I think out of this content that I do, or these videos, I think that the alcohol is probably going to be the most prevalent part of this challenge, because this 30 days without alcohol I think that's going to be rougher on me than what I originally said the other day. I hope it's not. I mean, that's kind of scary, right? But I'm still optimistic. I don't think, I have a nicotine addiction, but, who doesn't most of these days, right? It's so easy to consume. And so we are consumers. But yeah, so we had a late night, because the friend and our host daughter, they wanted to go to a party. And they're juniors. Well, one of them is a senior, the friend, and our host daughter is a junior in high school. And they wanted to go to a birthday party. It was going to be like a late night party. And we were like, okay, that's fine, because she's over here, she's making memories, having experiences. We want her to have a good time, A lot of the school and stuff doesn't really count when they come over here. So we want to make sure that she's making, having a good time. So, our rule has always been, we had to talk about a curfew beforehand. You had to be home by that time. Or, we have to... you always have to keep us informed. Like, if it's not going to happen, you have to ask us and talk to us, right? Another rule we have is you have to make sure that you're home before we go to bed, because we don't want to go to bed with her being out and about, in the middle of the city. We don't want to do that. So so last night, it was kind of funny. We were supposed to pick him up at midnight, so we did. We did pick him up at midnight, but right beforehand, she was like, hey, can I stay out longer? We want to stay out longer. And it was a weird experience for me, and I want to talk about this a little bit, because I felt like I had to get harsh. And I didn't mean to. I feel like I needed to make sure I was heard, and what I said was, we talked to so-and-so. We talked about this beforehand. We told you what time. We agreed on it, because we did. We had a conversation. We agreed on it. That's what time you need to be home. We'll be leaving here in 5 minutes to come pick you up, because she asked this at about 11:40ish or so, or 11:36 I think it was. And my fiance had stayed up with me so that we could go together, because it was a bit of drive into the downtown area. And I felt really bad, honestly, because I was like, I don't want to sound mean. I don't want to be like the bad guy. I get that, but I had to make sure, I didn't want to be pushed over. But that wasn't really what it was about. It was more so about me and my fiance wanted to go to bed. We wanted to go to sleep. We were tired. We had to get up early in the morning because we both had to go to the office today. We didn't. We did not want to stay up any longer, and we could not go to bed if she was out and about. I mean, it was a good thing we did pick her up. That content, that story, I'm not going to tell, but it was a good time for her to come home. And we got her home, and we got her in bed, her and her friend, and then we went to bed. But it was a long night. But during that time, we started a new movie. It was called, or a show. It's called The After Party. It's on Apple TV. And look, I don't like Apple products, but we got Apple TV because we wanted to watch the Spirited movie with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, which is fantastic. I recommend you guys go watch it. And then we also ended up watching Ted Lasso, and I am a huge fan of Ted Lasso now. Like, I was like, God, this show is amazing. And I heard the next season is going to be the last season, and I'm really sad about it. So I hope it's not. But we started watching this show called The After Party, and I got to tell you, I like dry humor a lot. This show kind of stinks. I mean, it's just like, I get it. It's like a whodunit show is what it is. It's like a whodunit show where they're trying to put like a comedic twist on it, but there's not enough slapstick, I guess. Like, it's, I don't know. We might. I want to watch more of it, even though I don't like it. Because I tried to. I also started playing the new Pokemon Scarlet last night, which gave me a headache because I can't watch TV and play a video game at the same time. It's terrible for me. I get too much input. I think I'm rambling enough. Thank you so much for listening again today. This means a lot to me. I'll be around maybe this time tomorrow with a review of what happened in my life today. Thanks. Bye.